Yeah, I just said basic character introduction time. So let's start from
Wait.
the top.
Does that
Which
mean I go down here?
I'm doing that in order of the people that jumped into the game. So that's going to be started with Bleesen, the Gungan.
Listen!
Ooh.
Wait
Alright.
a minute. Why the hell is my... No, ignore me. My tokens just decided, fuck you, we're not
Fuck you.
uploading.
Yeah, I noticed.
Just give me a second. I'm
There we
pulling
go.
something up.
Yep, I'm here for 2 levels. Set target level
You guys
109.
can drop your tokens below the Bandor Coast map, of course, if you feel the need.
My token's so small.
Oh yeah, let me check high scores and see how
I didn't turn mine into a game. Oh, broke.
Neither did
It broke.
Paige.
Oh, it broke. Oh, couldn't move.
Fine. Stop
Hold on.
breaking everything you touch.
Execute him immediately!
Everything the light touches, you will break.
No,
Listen,
you can't
okay?
execute him. You know why? The guillotine will break before it even touches his head.
Exactly.
Just explodes.
That moment when when they started to reconsider, and then the rope breaks. That was holding up the blade.
Odds!
Yeah, but what if his neck is particularly thick and it doesn't get all the way through?
Then suffer.
They were gonna kill me, but then the executioner tripped. Everything broke.
No, the axe just went flying off as he was about to strike you. And just get
Character
hit with the-
introductions, though.
All right. Hey,
Gungan.
token.
Ooh, I am now top 200. Let me
One
log out and
moment.
see where that puts me.
I've just made a token.
It
I'm
ain't gonna
swap
put me
it
that far
back.
up.
That was just for until I made it a token.
Let
Necessary?
me try one thing before
I
do
know,
the
but I
boss thing.
still want it to be a token. I was just be there until it was a token.
I went up a couple levels.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
Can
Lax
I-
is not,
can I
this is my
stab
only time
now?
using it.
There we go.
Oh, God!
What did you do? What did you do?
It's a Gungan. What do you think, Chris?
Oh, Gungan. My bad.
I don't understand half of the word.
Very simple.
God fucking damn it, Paige.
Yeah,
Can
I told you guys you found a translator.
God, hey, wow.
I expect you to actually say that, though.
I am
Now
not-
read it.
That
I'll
is
read it out
not
loud.
too hard, so yeah.
I'll be back.
Mr. Gleason, Mr. An
Misa,
information broker, and Misa arriving on planet to sell information. I'm gonna get down this Gungan accent sooner or later.
Look up Jar Jar Binks.
Lisa, information, bro.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Goodness.
Is it sad that when I read that too, I actually read it with Jar Jar Binks' specific accent
Why
and
do you-
voice?
Why do you think I
No,
accidentally
I
called
did it
mine Jar
too.
Jar Binks?
But you're not.
so that's a thing. And then I guess we'll move on to Juzane.
Yep. Alright. So, as
You
far
are
as...
a Padawan at the moment.
Yes, I am. As I was getting to that. So, my name is Juzane. As you can see, I have my face nicely encased in this almost sightless void of a mask that's just... I think the term they use is blast metal. It's just their generalized metallic armor. But I arrived here as a Padawan with my Jedi Master, who I have information on her, but getting a name for that because all of the shit that I apparently added after I'm gonna say 3 a.m. is just mysteriously gone. So knowing my luck, in one of my other random games, there's just a character sheet with a bunch of information on someone that makes no fucking sense.
It's like, and this is, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
So anyway, that's not relevant. But yes, I was more than likely assigned here as part of my training under my master's guidance. And yeah, that's pretty much why I'm here. She said, "Alright, this is where we're stationed." I said, "Yes."
All right. Stocko. How did you get here? Or I guess, why are you here?
um, currently, I'm a wandering repair guy. I kind of I fix up ship. Shan. They take me with them to their next planet.
Laborer mechanic over here.
I mean, depending on the work, I also get paid.
Yep. And then we have the Mando. Tark Moosel.
And the question is just, why am I here?
Yep.
I'm basically just here pretty much just for work, honestly. It's just for work and to see if there might be anyone that would be useful to have as a, long-term contact.
Yep. So I take it that means that you have Stocko and Tark probably wandering. Juzane's probably with the Agricor at the moment. And then Blee is again wandering. I guess, would it be? What's the role I'm looking for? It's probably perception, isn't it? Or no, because they actually moved that into multiple things, didn't they?
Yep. Which one are you specifically going for?
Sight.
Sight, that would be spot.
Spot checks for the 3 wanderers. And I guess the Padawan as well, the Padawan learner.
He's a basin.
Is there any
He's
particular
a basin.
guys to the idea of what we're attempting to spot?
It's a person.
Okay, so yes.
Is it just him or is it everyone?
It's everybody.
He just said everyone. Oh.
I spot nothing.
This wasn't even a hard check.
I can seize. And it's like, you still didn't beat the DC, but I see shit.
Metal mask strapped to my face, so what I can and can't see is questionable.
Stocko.
Wait, did you already have the did you already have any of the force skills that could be used for that?
Out of 4 skills, yes.
Ides. Give me the spot.
Mines! God damn it, we just started and
He's
you're already
muted,
not here
isn't he?
for the first check.
He's muted already.
Mines, unmute, damn you.
I wonder
We
if
don't
he's getting
care
yelled
about background
Angry.
noise.
Angry.
We don't
Getting
care
yelled
about
at?
background noise, god damn it.
Not
Just
it.
give us some proof that you're actually alive.
I'm here. Spot.
Okay. Spot
We need-
check. There we go. Well, I would hope the fucking scout could see shit.
Fucking 19. Well, goddamn. Okay. So Stocko and Tark, this wasn't even like a super difficult check. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
goodness. So I
Yeah,
did
no.
beat the DC.
Yeah, no, this wasn't a particularly difficult check.
Yay! Yeah, I see
But you see a
shit.
very nervous-looking guy walking around trying to get people's attention, but nobody's really paying him any mind.
Can I ask a question here?
You are free to do so.
Does my Nat 1 still pass, or is that a solid no?
No. DC
Thought so.
10.
So I'm too busy with my
Doing
duties.
your agricore work.
hmm And like I said, I can't find the name. I had found a Jedi Master from the Clone Wars that didn't have a Padawan during that time that I was just going to latch onto. But seeing as I can't find that, I'm gonna go and make up my own.
Go for it.
That's how they did it in the expanded universe, anyways. So
Ex-
shrug.
exactly.
So Stocko and Tark spot a nervous-looking man. He
Okay.
is a. Let me see.
So I'm assuming that
'Cause-
Sacco is approaching him.
I'm not sure. Yeah, so nervous looking man, he is a Mirian, which are human looking
Ah,
for one, but a little
Luke-
bit, yes.
Lucas, the ones with the M. Okay, so same race as Barriss Free and Jedi Master Luminara.
I'm gonna post it in
Okay.
general. That's a Mirian for those that don't know.
It's not the same race.
No, it is not.
They made a lot of fucking races. God damn it, why am I only finding human ones? I don't necessarily want just...
But this guy is a small-sized creature for one, so he is shorter than the rest of you.
Hmm. All right. And you said he's just running around.
Trying to get people's attention. Very nervous looking.
Okay.
I'll
And we're just wondering.
Yeah.
I'll angle myself so I'm moving more towards him.
same here.
All right. Uh. He's probably going to approach the Mandalorian first. Because evidently you do have the helmet, so.
Of all the pieces of armor I have, it's just the helmets in the Mandalorian style.
Yep. So he's gonna walk up to you. Do you think you can help me? Maybe?
That depends. What do you need help with?
So, I managed one of the mines and some of my workers went missing. I'd like somebody to go find them. I would recommend you get a
Hmm.
issues, I guess. But that happens with mines. They
Lucas,
sometimes have
I think you cut out in the middle of your
of,
sentence.
well, pretty
Yeah,
much just he
Discord
wants you
just
to go get some help, maybe for finding some miners that went missing. Because the mines are a little large for one person to scout on their own.
Hmm. All right.
Why are they all so young? I understand the desire for like really hot young female Jedi, but come on.
God damn it. Just that
I'm
random rate.
trying. I am trying so hard.
Well, I'm not really doing anything at the moment, so I suppose I could go lend a hand. Uh, he did. Did he give like the location of the mine?
Not yet. He did not give that to you yet.
Look, are you gonna keep running around here asking for, like asking for more volunteers for this, or is this something that you're actually willing to pay for?
It's a paid job. I'm not gonna screw you on that.
All right, where are we meeting up for this?
I guess just trying to find people right now, and then I could take you to the mine.
All right, in that case, I'll tag along. Who knows? Maybe me being here will actually show that this might be a job worth taking.
But it is really only off-worlders that are willing to work do this kind of work. Everyone else has jobs already.
Yes, I figured as much.
So then he's gonna go run over to the Zabrak that has been walking towards him this whole time. And he's gonna look at you.
Yep. Look down at him.
How far away from home? No matter. No matter. Do you need some work?
Yes.
I need help finding some of my miners. They went missing in the mine, and it's a bit much for one person, even a Mandalorian, as he motions over to Tark.
I think I can help.
I guess go join him.
All right. I will walk up. They'll have-
Hmm?
I just walk up.
That's
Myself
just it.
to you. Yep, that's about it. I just walk up, introduce myself to you. You know, I just accept it. I mean, he offered cash. That was pretty much all I needed.
I mean, he didn't offer anything
He
actually
didn't
to you.
offer anything to you. I actually had to pry in order to figure out that this was a paid job.
If
Yeah,
he does
What-
pay me,
He
Like-
asked if you wanted work.
In this, like the whole reason why I was even willing to hear him out in the first place is because yes, I just got here, but this is one of the guys who runs the mines on a world that's primarily agriculture and mining. Could be useful for starting up a connection network when you just get there and don't already have a job running. The fact that I'm getting paid to do this actually makes it more enticing, though.
I made mistakes.
It means I'm not wasting time. Yeah,
You
you.
can ask the Mando questions now.
I'm way tired.
Ah, yes. Trying to ask a Mandalorian questions.
I
I guess Juzane and Bill can make, or Blee, not Bill. I'm guarantee I'm gonna fuck that up more than
Blee.
twice.
She's fine with being called Bill if you want.
No, Blee is your name, so I need to remember
Blee's
that.
son.
So do I need to
So-
make a roll or?
Another spot check.
guys, why am I?
He's got some people with him, so the spot check is gonna be easier.
Hey, Lucas.
21!
I'm just gonna, take a 10 because we're not under duress.
Stress, yeah. So you
Yep.
two would spot him still running around. It was now a DC 5 because he had 2 people with him now.
I guess Bleason will walk up to him. I'm not doing the Gungan accent. Well, I'm not doing the Gungan thing unless I'm talking.
Yeah, no, I figured. That also makes it easier to differentiate from out of character talk and in character talk.
Yep.
So he's going to stare at the Gungan. You know, I would ask questions, but I just need help. Are you looking for work?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, she has to do the translator. Oh, I love this. This is just a treat.
Guys, I'm really out of it.
Yes,
Hey,
I can
Missa,
tell.
do
Unfortunately,
a job and then sure, but Missa sure would like to know Mrs. Palo's new name.
I didn't
I
hear
mean,
the
you're the
first
first one
part.
asking my name.
I didn't hear
but,
the first part, but I just heard Misa
She
would like
posts
to
it
know if I
in
knew
chat
his
just so
name.
you can read it as well.
Yeah, just in case you guys can hear it and so I don't have to repeat myself.
If I used to
Because
willing to
it's
pay a Misa, that a job and it. So, oh fuck.
if and you so willing to pay Misa to do a job in, then sure. But a Misa sure would like to know Misa Palos' new name. Yeah, no, my speed reading ability came in handy
Oh,
with
Lord.
fucking music.
Yeah, I can speed read it too, just not out loud.
Yeah,
That's
I had
the
to be able to
annoying
do that
part.
with music.
She's basic.
Trumpet.
Yeah.
Damn, trumpet's a bitch sometimes. Move this cup. Put that there.
What is the dude's name?
My name is Herzan.
Shit, I burned it. No.
Oh, I'm just making food.
Heinz is
But,
making food right now.
It's a paid job. It's a paid job. I don't
I
screw
was-
around with free jobs. It doesn't really make any sense to. It's a lot harder to convince people if it's free.
Alright.
I have a few minors that went missing. I could fill all of you in as we walk out there. I just group up with the Zabrak and the Mandalorian. I don't even know what a Zabrak's doing out here. They never leave. I haven't seen one off Dathomir.
She will
Ever.
say, alright, and she will go join the group.
Okay.
So,
Guys,
yes, Jacob,
Misa.
you would see this guy running
Okay.
around.
I tried to make toast. How did I burn toast?
Ooh, burnt toast is best
It's
toast.
I knew
surprisingly
I
easy
dated
to
a chick
burn
that could
toast.
burn water in a pot, so
How do you burn
Now that
water?
takes skill.
I-
Look, it takes skill to do that consistently, and you know it.
This
yeah.
is the first time.
But it's also not a good skill to have.
Oh no, it's an absolutely shitty skill, but it's a skill nonetheless.
Time I've toast since I was 7.
So, Jacob, this guy does seem a little bit more relaxed now that he has more people. He's still a little nervous because it's like, is 3 people going to be enough? Or are you walking towards him?
He will begin to make his approach towards this gentleman.
And he will approach you and take a step back when he notices your outfit.
I stand there before him, hands crossed where the right wrist is over the left, both hands open, and almost lazily right above. Think of like if your arms were bound in Skyrim, where they just sit in front of you. He
Yeah.
just stands there like that in front of this man, looking directly at him.
Hi. Are you looking for work?
The head cocks to the side, but then looks back over their shoulder, then turns back and silently cocks their head. A hand motion comes up, and almost gives a continue motion with the hand.
All right, so some of my miners went missing, and I need help finding them. I'm hoping to hire some people for that.
And after returning back to its cross position, once more reaches up and almost like scratches the smooth surface where the chin would be, and then looks once again back. I'm not entirely sure where my master is at right now, but let me actually finish typing this. ATARU. God damn you. There you go, Lucas. The most basic of information you need.
Mm-hmm.
I actually found something that wasn't fucking horrible. But thinking as though if someone is in need of help, that does qualify as something that I can do. I give a very small dip of the head in a nodding fashion.
All right, well, let's go grab the other three, and we can get moving. And he's gonna scurry, because let's be real, if you're short, if you are that short, where you're a small-sized creature, you don't sprint, you scurry.
Scurry, 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 scurry.
Scurry!
Scurry!
So he's gonna scurry on over to the other three, I assume with you in tow, Jacob.
Slow, leisurely gait, but yes.
All right. So here's the deal. I'm gonna walk you out to the mine, fill you in on any questions you have as we move out there. But aside from that, there's not much else to say. Do you have any questions before we get moving? I will take your silence as a no, and he's gonna start leading you out to the mine.
What?
Look at telepathy and see if that's something that I can.
Meanwhile, the goddamn. Meanwhile, what was our Savrik?
Zabrak. Z.
Zabrak,
No, that wasn't
yeah.
in character. That
and
was
the
out.
and the information brokers both don't have any questions at all regarding information. I'm just sitting here like it's a job. I can ask whatever needs to be asked once I actually see where I'm working.
That's kind
I
of the same thing Gleason's doing.
I am getting more out of.
Oh,
Are we losing Eins already?
Yep.
Well, I know he's
God
making food,
damn it,
so he is
Ian.
able to remember this.
Gotta get down to the T's.
I
Gotta
need
get to the
coffee.
T's.
I've already burnt the food. I failed.
Then eat the burnt food.
I am
Don't waste
not
it.
a toast that looks like a piece of coal.
Put honey
Butter,
on it.
just
Scrape
butter the
off.
fuck out of it and throw some cheese on it.
Butter the fuck out of it. Put some cheese on it and wait for the butter to melt.
That
It-
makes it edible.
It sounds like a rock.
Then chuck it at. Then
How
hide it.
long did you leave that in for?
I don't know.
Well, that's why, Eins. You don't have toast, you have charcoal.
Yeah, my brain shut off. Here, let
What
me.
have you
dump-
done?
All
How
right,
have you
so
done this?
we're moving. We're walking.
Fortunately, charcoal is edible.
You guys want to hear
Okay.
the toast? Here's the toast.
That's a weapon.
That's a weapon.
You guys still want me to eat this?
Yes.
Again, you can eat charcoal, Eins.
I'm not going.
So as you're walking out to the mine, he's still open for anyone to ask any questions.
Like I said,
Misa
I'm going to
will-
wait until we actually get to the site and see what we're working with.
Mm,
Go. The Gungan had something to say. What did you have to say? Say something.
Misa would like to know how long have the miners been lost, Per?
They've been gone for a few days, but it's one of those things where they weren't really concerned for 1 day, and then 2 days, and all that fun stuff. And then, corporate's gonna get on my ass if we don't find them. Yuzums are kind of difficult to get out here.
Hmm.
What are we looking for?
Yuzum miners.
Has anything changed since the miners have been gone outside Novakas?
Well, it's not exactly no workers, but it's enough of a issue to where my ass is on the line. I mean, when 8 miners go missing, it's a problem.
Has anything changed?
In the mine, not that I'm aware of. But I'm a manager. I don't exactly go in.
What races were the miners, or were Klangen?
Yuzums. Little furry guys, sticks for legs. You really can't miss them.
Did the Yozums happen to make a habit of disappearing for a day or two at a time?
No, it's
Hmm.
kind of harder to get paid for your day's work if you disappear.
Interesting. And did anyone ever see them actually leave the mine?
Well, I was on the surface among a few other management staff. We didn't see them leaving.
Do they still have
So,
a favorite hangout?
I mean, the only place to really not have problems would be in town because you got the various places that people live. You have the where you can get food, where you can get all your necessities. It's kind of an agriculture and mining planet, so there's not much for a while.
hmm.
Has there been any cave collapses that you know about?
Well, the caves are a bit unstable, seeing as we have to mine pretty close to the coast. So they're all partially collapsed. There's haven't been any full ones because we tend to reinforce them just fine.
Hmm. You wouldn't happen to have any maps of the mines as of you wouldn't happen to have any recent maps of the mines, would you?
They don't hand me anything like that. I don't
Has
think they actually map out the mines. It's
Well, that's just
has
stupid.
not safe.
has there been any flooding in the caves recently?
No, we would have had miners running out screaming about all that stuff.
Has there been any new noises?
Not per- no, nothing new. Nothing aside from the ever shifting ice flows that tend to be near the coast.
Is there any area where they disappear particularly?
I mean, the mine. That's
I mean,
about it.
Mm,
Hmm. Hold on. He said he was a manager, correct?
Yes.
Not the overseer?
Uh,
Or would
management
you
here
like to
is
be called?
basically the foreman.
Okay, so he is the foreman for the mine.
One of them.
Lucas,
Yes.
this
Isn't
guy
he
needs
supposed
to make a
know?
will save.
Isn't he supposed to know where
DC
the fucking
11.
computers are working?
how do user miners find their way around?
Well, they've been working there long enough to have it mostly memorized. Will save. Let us go down to the race. You would technically fall under that. Let's see. He's a +0 to that. Okay, so it's just a d20.
Yep.
Good lord. This mine is incredibly lax on everything.
I mean, you would love to see the deep sea mining platforms, because everyone's basically just enslaved there. Holy shit. He
He
got a 6.
failed. Yep, he
Yeah,
failed
but I
by
imagine,
5 or more. So, oh, 5
yes,
to
but I would
14.
imagine at the very least they have safety protocols in place so that the entire platform doesn't just plunge into the ocean.
They have very basic ones. They do give the fucking
Look,
workers for the deep sea mining platforms explosive collars in case they try to leave.
that. No, I was pointing out, Lucas, because the platform they're standing on is more expensive than the goddamn workers.
User
Exactly.
paying your user miners, or are they still working off their debts?
We don't work with, well, we don't quite work with the deep sea mining platforms. Ours aren't needed to have that sort of incentive. We pay ours and don't work them to death.
Lucas, for the clarity of what I did, I established empathy, which you can tell if the target is happy or sad, angry or indifferent. And then he got to make a save as a reaction that he is not aware of. The target does not know his emotions are being read. And then because he failed by 5 exactly, any of my interaction skills that go to him receive a +2 circumstance bonus.
Alright.
But this is more so for me listening and figuring out if the emotions inside of him are lining up with what he's portraying to us.
What the type of mess are we heading to anyway?
Well, it's a mine on the coast. It's a strip mine, trying to get resources out of the ground. He is fairly indifferent right now, Jacob.
That's out
So
of character. That's not a good sign for us.
no, this is more so what I expect. This is just his job. People are going
This
missing. So what? He has a job to do. He can get more. This is just also part of his job as he has to go get him back.
Or try to. And as you guys come up over a hill, he'll point out the mine to you as well. Continue walking you towards it.
I enjoy how they have none of the usual shit that would actually be necessary to run or maintain an actual mine, which makes this horrifically difficult. And I expect when we go down there, it's going to be like a fucking anthill.
Gotta love planets where there is literally no safety concern.
No, that's not even a safety concern. That's just efficiency at that point. But at this point, it's clear they don't even give a shit about efficiency. They just want to, like they just want to dig a hole in the ground, and that's about it. God. Okay, so you said we're able to actually see the mine.
Yep.
Okay.
I do not have a
What are
map
we
of it,
looking
by
at?
the way. So it is. Well, it's a mine entrance.
Hey, Crow.
This is for ice mining, clearly, when you come to see it.
Hmm.
Because Bandemir, of course, partially frozen planet. So he will inform you there are 8 Yuzums supposed to be down there. He doesn't know if they've found their way out of the mine yet or anything like that because they don't really tell him.
What the type of pay are the miners getting?
Enough.
Okay.
But does anybody have any knowledge of corporations?
I'm
Train?
not sure.
Oh.
My knowledge is exclusively dealing with Jedi.
At the
Let's
current
see.
moment, just biology.
Mine is genetic, so
Mine is tactics, so
When everyone's knowledge does not apply to the situation. Yay!
Woo! It just makes it more fun for me.
character I
But
pay right now. It's
God. Pacific.
Yeah.
What happens when you run out of vitality?
Uh, any further attacks that hit you go straight to your wounds with their full damage. And that would be when damage reduction kicks in. Why?
Okay.
By the way,
Yeah.
that was not
There's a power I was gonna activate because it says I can use a 20 on it. But if you take a 20 while making this check, you spend 2 minutes and 60 vitality points. And I would rather not.
I mean, you kind of need the 60 vitality in order to spend the 60 vitality.
Exactly. So I'm like, what happens if?
So he's gonna
If you don't,
motion
yeah,
to
if
the
you don't have
mine.
60 vitality,
I will
probably
have
start
your
eating away
pay.
your health.
Yeah, so this guy's going to motion to the mine. I'll get your pay ready back at town. And you will have 2 options when you get there. Just a heads up. But have at it, and he's gonna scurry his way back towards town.
In that case, we're just gonna take a 10 on this. I'm gonna lose
And I am going to go use the bathroom.
I,
3
I'm just
vitality.
where he's a good distance away, and then just go. I already hate corporate. Yeah, I already hate corporate. All right. At least we're getting paid for this.
I don't care.
agree,
I can
so.
just spend and mess around with some vitality really quickly.
All right. So the Mandalorian's going to
I
do
lose 3 and immediately regain minimum
so
3
like,
back.
that's an interesting little moment. The Mandalorian's actually going to turn around and just look at you all and just say, "All right, who here is good at tracking,
Not Misa.
specifically on hard surfaces that don't like to leave impressions?"
What skill is tracking?
It's literally called track. It would be survival,
Apex.
not track. Yeah.
It would be what?
I found even more keys.
Eins. Session.
What?
Eins, you haven't
You
said.
need-
Yeah, we're trying to say downhill. We're in
Yeah.
the middle of a session.
I would-
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
I'm
Yeah, it's
learning
fine.
my
That's why I was
sorry.
trying to make you
Let
quick.
me see.
Bye.
I think that's survival. So
Should
I
be
will
survival.
check. Survival is that's hunting, guiding people. Oh no, we need the track feet.
Oh. So
Anyone have the tracking feet?
Nope.
no.
I don't know how
No.
much you enjoy telepathy, but there's a no in your head.
God damn it. Then the next one would be search. Would be the other option.
That's just about the
It
spot.
just happens to be a hell of a lot slower.
Yeah. Search I can do.
Yeah, I have a 3 in search.
Okay. So that's 2 yeses.
Oh, no. My no still stands.
Yours is still a no.
Yeah. You
Good, good
asked
at
who
rescue.
can track. The answer to that is no. And I can only give one word responses when
Well-
doing this.
Well, the thing is, there's 2 ways to track. There's either the tracking feat, or else you do the slower method of using the search skill in every 4-meter area.
Yes. Once again, that's
So still
best I
solid
would
no.
do is a passive 5. So if I took a 10, I'd have a 15 on my check.
Dear
And-
God, that's actually really high compared to everyone else, I think. Ein's
That's
pursuing
because
it?
I have a 3 in
3.
that check. Yeah, Eins and I have the same, but I'm currently spent some vitality to boost my senses, which gives me a 2. It'd be great if I had the 60 vitality. I could have gotten a +6 bonus.
But technically, yes.
So.
So you said no, so I'm going to assume no.
Yes,
just
because
wanna ask
just
you-
because I can see
That's
something,
right.
I was never taught how to properly follow. I just let the Force guide me.
Okay. So Savrak can track. Well, the Savrak can at least find the tracks.
Yeah.
It's going to be
I can
important.
find-
Sadly, that's the
Sure.
difference between you asked me in character, could I do something like that? Wasn't part of my training, so no. Out
Yeah.
of character, for the relevant skill, I can pull it off.
That's
But
a little weird that that's not a part of your training, because I know that the Jedi do occasionally have to actually track down various things, whether it's criminals or wild critters that are actually
again,
issues.
more
guessing you're
so
just
in the
familiar enough
actual
with-
survival itself, like that general where people would think of tracking and stuff, not just can you look for something? Yeah, anyone can look for something. Survival,
Yeah, but-
I don't have any skill ranks. even
Well,
though
if it
that's a
weren't a
skill you-
fucking unmapped mine shaft, I'd say locate. But guess what? We're gonna
Yeah,
have to
no.
track these fuckers through it. So
It-
track is the correct word here.
Exactly. It's just specifically what you've referenced versus what we're walking into. The answer's no. The relevant skill, yeah, I might actually have the highest right now because I'm boosting it with abilities, but sadly, only one word responses too. So it's not even like a so-so or, yeah, I can definitely do this, but don't expect much. It's not, an expertise of mine. No, it's just, can I do that? Against stone? No.
Well, in that case,
Much better. Hiding. My move silently is a be 5 plus
So-
2. I would have a 17 on my move silently. Or not a full 17, a 7 plus whatever I rolled.
All right.
well, in that particular case, Lucas, is the mind actually lit?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're not going to have to worry about light sources until a fair bit later. That's a good thing. So let's see. We got one guy who's able to track, so I always forget the species name.
Zabrak.
Yes, the Zabrak, who introduced himself as Stocko. You already introduced yourself to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, okay. Stocko, was it?
I'm just like, there have been almost no proper introductions.
I know.
Hold
The
on.
only person who the only name that has actually been given so far to anyone else in this group is Stocko. And that was just, to me, you know, the Mandalorian, who they aren't exactly well known for being good conversationalists. I'm, and I'm particularly worse in that regard.
The youngin will go. Nice to meet y'all. Miss a name Blisson.
And,
Yes,
gentleman
we're doing
would
it.
once again return to his
Yeah.
strange stance, raises his right hand up, the pinky touching the palm of his hand, the ring finger laying just next to the pinky, and then the middle and index finger straight up in front of his chest as he gives a small bow and then resumes his previous position.
Guess we're doing introductions then. Well, okay then. You can call me Tark.
You can call me Stock.
Anywho, you can track at least semi decently, so you're going to be leading. Odds are, since the miners haven't been spotted leaving, but then again, though, it would not surprise me if no one just, if it just ended up being that no one reported them leaving. But odds are, since no one spotted them leaving, that they must have stumbled across something in there. So we're probably looking at one of the newer tunnels. And just see if they've ended up caving out the floor or something. They may have dug into a cavern.
There's no way in fuck this check's going to succeed, but let's just.
Oh, so we tell
Oh wait, no,
you
I can't
ran
even
from
use this ability. My
Oregon.
apologies. I don't have the rank in it.
What was that? What was that page?
She said, oh, so we should tell difference between new mine and old mine.
That's a good question. Probably just look at the lights, as I'm just going to gesture behind me, because they would have to install them as they go.
How's collapse Mesa? She's trying to basically say what if sort of like the mine had sort of like the mine they were in collapsed.
That's possible too. Depends on how large these mine shafts are. It is, like if that was the case, it is also possible that they may have felt something up here when it happened. Anyways, Stocko, we good? You ready to go?
I need to roll a cert, correct?
Once we get in there, yeah.
Right.
Just looking for the most recent signs that there's been anyone passing through that area.
What would we sort of like roll for that?
Didn't he
Again,
say that people
again,
stored?
due to the way that it's current, like due to the way that our skills are currently set, because no one actually has the track feat specifically for this, we'd have to search literally every 4 meters. So first things first, we don't have to do that until we actually get to an intersection. So Lucas, if no one has any objections, I believe we're heading into the mine.
I don't have any sort of like objections.
They like how everyone has everyone else's names except the Jedi.
Oh, you
Because the
know,
Padawan doesn't want to talk or can't talk.
he's a very good listener.
He's a good listener, but you didn't want to share anything.
I mean, he tried his best.
You bowed.
Exactly. I'm trying to find something that would be very useful, but I have no idea where the ability is. Because I have Force Light, because I have both Alter and Sense. I have, you know, one rank into it. But
But you can't find where the hell the actual ability is.
it's not from the base book. So I picked it up because I'm human-like, so I don't have, you know, dark vision or low light vision, and I'm assuming it's some form of torchlight, but I can't be sure, and I'm not
Okay,
going to tell Lucas it is until I can find it.
Let me see. That's a light side force power used by the Jedi. Oh, that's actually an offensive capability that allows you to weaken Darksider's connection to the Force.
Useful. Not nearly as useful as I thought it was going to be,
Yeah,
but
that's straight up an attack. I just looked up Force Light, and then I'm like, wait a minute. This is just a bolt of light side energy that burns away the dark.
All right.
alright, so we're going to remove that rank really quick, because I thought it was something else. I don't need that just yet.
Yeah.
We're going to slap
Ice
that into... I have Battle Mind, so we'll slap one into Battle Mind.
And it is found in the Power of the Jedi sourcebook. Was literally
Okay,
made for
cool.
this game.
Yeah, one of the few things that I couldn't actually open earlier.
Let me see. Yeah. Which also included the Jedi Battle Armor, Training Lightsaber, Great Lightsaber, Dual Phase Lightsaber, your Force Detector, your Force Training Aids, and multiple things for Jedi.
Hey, that's what Battle Mind does. Cool. Battle Mind's gonna be really useful. As a move action, I can give myself a +3 to attack rolls.
Huh. That is useful.
But it costs me 5 vitality points.
Paige, what are you
Because
good
it's
at?
2 plus the number of
What do you
vital or 2 plus the bonus I get. So if I get a +3 bonus, then it would cost me 5 vitality.
I was asked a question, but I don't understand what it was for.
I was asking how many ranks did you put into gather and
Give me a second, and I'll tell you. gather information. I have a rank 4. And that's a total rank.
Oh, that's your rank or total bonus?
Total. Total
So
rank.
the bonus. Oh, the bone. Oh, the rank. Okay, then that's good lord. Anywho, so we're descending
Yes.
into the ice mine,
Yes.
and no one has any objections.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean,
have
I'm keeping my.
All right, good. Lucas, we go until we hit an intersection,
To be
Alright.
fair, just to be safe,
or just to
no,
split off, or anywhere where there'd be a choice.
I'll
Uh,
probably have a gun.
Don't
on.
worry. This is where things get fun for me.
Oh, now you have to actually keep track of us using, using just descriptions.
Nope.
No. Wow.
So as you guys enter, you will notice that this is a series of twisted and half-collapsed tunnels.
Yep, that's what I was worried about.
So it is a mess to begin with.
Did I mention how much I hate corporations? All right. In that case, they see why none of the locals wanted to do this. Well,
Alright.
Stocko,
Hmm?
lead on.
Fucking. All right.
You're the one at the head of this group currently, because you're the one who said you could actually track these people.
Search. Do I need to roll? Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. We don't have the tracking skill, so it's just going to be a shit ton of search checks. Much more chances for failure.
Alright. So, Ainge, you're gonna keep following the downward path. Right, there are
All right.
tracks all over the place because evidently this mine was kind of heavily used. These look like they might be the most fresh to you.
All right. Did anyone ask when they went missing?
Yes.
Paige actually did, and instead of getting an exact number, we were just told it's been a while, and they didn't give a shit for like the first 2 to 3 days, and then they started giving a shit.
That means.
But no, we weren't given a definitive.
That means
All we
the
know is
most.
that it's been air quotes a few days, but they also waited a few days before actually caring.
Wouldn't that mean that probably most tracks are not actually what we're looking for? They probably still had.
I
There.
mean, he said that there were supposed to be 8 miners here, and 8 miners are a number missing. So,
All right. It's recent one. Let's go.
so it's either them or the overseer can't count.
I'm willing to bet on the not counting out of character.
Hmm?
I said
Hey,
I'm
just
willing.
vote on the.
It wouldn't surprise me, given how he's been running the mine, that like if he was unable to count and just let the computers do it for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, most recent path till another intersection.
Yep. Which is then going to be another search check.
Yep.
Yeah, we just kind of need to know what
Ooh.
we bump into when we get to the intersections, Lucas.
Yep.
This is your chance to actually describe a mine shaft, and you're not taking the chance.
I mean, it is an ice mine shaft. What do you want from me? It's very granted. There is some partially collapsed, some fully collapsed sections, but they all do seem to rotate towards a sort of main line sort of thing. Some of them are coming up from below. Some of them are coming down from above. At one point, there is one fucking hole just straight in the ceiling.
You know,
Huh.
that's actually a little impressive.
I
How
I
so?
I kind of want to know how.
They just
How
dug
you-
straight up.
Yep. Zoom.
Do we hear any noises while we're traveling about? And I mean outside of sort of like the noises we are making.
I mean, there's the cracking of ice.
You know, suddenly I'm really happy that I grabbed glow rods and not a fusion lantern.
Well, I'm glad I have an all temperature cloak. I
I'm
am nice
glad-
and warm.
Oh,
So do I.
I'm with you on the all temperature cloak.
I mean, so have I, but I was more pointing out the fact that because the fusion lantern actually is a heat source too. It radiates heat just as much as it radiates light. So that would have been really, really bad to bring in here if we needed
But
an
you
emergency
can hear the
light source.
cracking of the ice flows above you, so it is kind of clear that you are under the water at this point. Ions.
Oh
So
man, this is right on the coast.
yeah, so Ions, you ended up at a four-way intersection. You take the far right, which continues downward, in more of a spiral-esque thing.
Into the depths we go.
Roll bad guy.
Hush,
That's why
I
you have backup.
character.
I was saying that out of
I know.
And
But it's
then
like
you will come to another intersection. This one's a two-way, so it's a fork.
all right.
Lovely.
Gonna roll spot. I mean not spot. Search. No. Where'd my
Good thing
good
whose
rolls from
name
earlier?
listens.
Yeah.
Where were my good ones from earlier? Also, why is there a 5? The fuck?
Ions, you take the left side of the fork. Actually, come to a door.
There's a door in a mine shaft. What
There's
kind
a
of door?
metal door in a mine shaft.
Metal?
Yep.
Describe it.
So everyone's seen a starship, correct?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
sorry. We bumped into a starship door.
You bumped into a blast door.
Are we talking about one of the exterior blast doors, or are we talking like an interior
Internal.
bulkhead? This isn't. We bumped into a bulkhead, like one of
Yep.
the bulkhead blast doors.
Yep.
What the hell is on the other side?
Well,
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 there is
fine. The first question should have been, is it closed?
it is
Yeah.
closed and it is iced over.
What the hell's on the other side? Well, your
How
first
long
question
is
here
it
should have been,
iced
is
over?
it closed? And then you ask what's on the other side.
No, I mean, it's a bit hard to build up a heavy amount of ice on metal, but it's pretty clear that it hasn't been iced over for a super long period of time. At least not at this point, because evidently there is a trail down to here. And it does have a keypad on the right side of the door.
So we're talking just a thin layer of ice.
Yes. Well, it's more of a layer of frost, I guess would be the way to put it.
Oh, so this was actually recent then.
That's why I
Relatively
asked.
Lucas, is there any like mining equipment left around? Or is
Here,
these just empty
no.
shafts?
These have mostly been empty, and Pacific, you have had to start, getting into your glow sticks at this point.
You mean my glow rod?
Glow rod, yes,
Also, I'd like to point out, it's not like a glow stick. The glow rod's basically a flashlight.
yes.
It's just a rod thing. And I'll have to recharge it at some point.
Yep.
It's annoying. This system doesn't give you the actual runtime on those. So presumably it will
Long
last
enough.
presumably it's going to last a while.
Long enough.
And then
Leave
I'm
it at
probably
that.
going to go stick it on a charger for a while. Anyways. So, we have a bulkhead and a keypad. Okay, before we do anything stupid, is anyone here actually good with computers?
I have high computer use.
I have a computer use of 3.
In character.
She
That was
goes,
in. Is anyone good with computers and panels?
Misa good.
Oh.
Okay. Would someone like to take a crack at opening this door? Because it's entirely possible that this may not have been closed when they got here and they just accidentally locked themselves on the other side.
Misa gonna try.
Before they're, poking at that, I should probably make this observation, since this is an observation. Lucas, is that built up frost enough that it might mess with the door opening?
Possibly, but
I'm
it's
more concerned
also
about whether or not this door actually has power. Because if it doesn't, it ain't moving regardless of what's on it. And fastest way to figure that out is to see if the keypad, to see if the keypad responds to anything.
it is entirely possible that it could be screwed up due to the ice. But also stuff like this tends to be built to last, especially if it's going to end up on a planet like this. Or even near a planet like this, because shit does fall out of orbit.
So you're just gonna make that observation and not point it out to anyone?
It was an out of character question because
Fair enough.
I assumed, oh yeah, there's, a 1.5 foot thick ice chunk on one of these gears. We would all probably go, we should move that first. However, if Lucas went, no, it just looks like it's been opened and then closed recently enough that you're noticing a distinct light frost on it, would make it much more obvious that, hey, this is just plot door that shows us someone's been using this thing recently enough that it's not frozen over solidly. And, since that was more of
Also,
me
they
just
could have been,
coercing some
using.
information.
It also could have been that, they were using explosives and uncovered it, and it's like, oh, well, it thought it, so. No.
Either way, check to see if it has power, because if it doesn't have power, then there's no point. If it does have power, then we can worry about actually getting the door open.
Oh, oh god. If this is fucking gas thing, seal it off fucking bad.
Well, if it's a gas thing, I have a breath mask.
I would like to roll computer usage to see if I can get the computer to work.
Alright.
Why do I hear a die being picked up and dropped repeatedly?
That's not me.
I'm going to roll computer use. Oh wait, I just realized I was wrong. I have a 2 in computer use.
Yusa bomb bad with computer use.
So, Yusa not good with computers.
Yeah. I like.
The silent man is going to
God
step
damn
up, and
Just
since
check the panel.
once again we're still not exactly suffering under a lot of stress, Lucas, may I take a 10?
Of course.
16.
What the fuck?
Yep, you will get it working, and then the door slides open. And Jacob, you're a force user. You're hit with a wave of energy, and it's not a good kind. The rest,
Talking truck levels or general unease levels?
this is you opened a porta potty in the middle of Floridian summer, with it being like 120 out.
Okay,
Oh.
hand is going to go onto that computer for stability, and there's going to be slight stagger.
And the rest of you, if you are looking at the door, will see as lights come on. This is old tech. Very old tech. As you can
Well,
identify some stuff that is honestly older than all of you by a long shot. Possibly older than the current republic. There's various
well, that's not supposed
electronics.
to be down here.
There's various electronics. There's a few offshoot rooms, and there is a big, thick plate of glass up at the front that looks out into the ocean.
Ooh.
You also all feel fairly uneasy about this room, like you aren't supposed to be here.
Huh. Do we smell any blood?
No, it smells old though.
The air is old. That's what you.
I'm gonna just look over at the Padawan and just go, "Hey, you good?"
There's almost a slight staticky hiss, but then the man stands up, nods his head, and reaches down onto his belt and pulls out his lightsaber. Not turning it on, just visibly grabbing onto his weapon.
And I am going to ready my blaster.
I had it ready to hold.
I'm gonna ready my blaster because, unlike Ainz, I'm not a paranoid motherfucker who, refuses to keep his hands free for that moment when the floor gives out.
Oh,
Who said I was
true.
using both my hands? I was just making, I was just keeping it in reach. I was keeping it in one.
It's fine. With most blasters, unless you have a mag holster, you probably have it attached to like a belt or whatnot that you can just move around. It's basically a carry belt. So I'm just shifting mine so that I can more easily access my blaster rifle.
Can
If shit hits the fan.
I will just say right now I am ready to grab hold something in case the floor does give out.
No, I meant on the way here. Now we're in a space. Now we're about to step into what's probably a spaceship, given the design of the door, or a really, really old research facility.
Yeah. If
But
anything,
Ainz over there is being paranoid as shit. But this, like after he states, like, I've already had it out, and it's like, yes, we're passing through a mine shaft with half collapsed and collapsed tunnels everywhere. That's just a hodgepodge of safety violations. And you had both your hands on your blaster instead of ready to catch yourself when the floor inevitably caves in at some point.
I did not say I had both hands on my blaster.
You said you had it. Eyes, what kind of blaster do you have?
I have a rifle, yes, but
You
here's
would
the
need
thing.
both hands to even hold it at the ready.
I wasn't holding it already. I was just holding it so I could grab
You
it.
just said you already had it out. As you had the whole time.
Let all right.
All I've done is just shifted where my blaster rifle is. I'm not actually holding it at the
How do
current moment.
How do I explain this at the best as the best thing?
I don't know, but you need to explain it better, because holy shit, your current explanation would mean that if the floor gave out right now, you'd fall to your death.
Uh,
Okay, so here, I'll give you a pretty good one from what I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Heinz, do you know exactly what kind of blaster you have?
yeah, it's a blaster carbine.
No designation, just blaster carbine.
That's actually is
No, he didn't look in the arms and equipment one, so he just grabbed this stock standard blaster carbine variant.
That's
So
fine.
there's no telling who manufactured it or what it exactly looks like.
Alright, so the blaster carbine has a few different ones, but overall, if we just copy the first image I find of it and paste, you can see that it's pretty easy that if he were to just be holding it by either the grip or even by the barrel, he could do so in one hand. And so it's just not holstered.
yeah.
Now you see, Heinz, that's a major difference between,
Having it
blaster
at the
rifle and
ready.
blaster carbine, as you can see right there.
Yes.
Pretty substantial difference.
What year are we in?
Clone Wars.
This is the Clone Wars.
Do we hear any noises while we're in here?
Other than the shifting ice?
Yeah.
No.
This is the blaster rifle that's common at the time. Note the massive difference.
So who's going forward first?
I will take that upon myself. Pacific, how much light does your thing shed?
It's great. It doesn't state that either. Best I can tell is it's more similar to like a lamp in D&D.
Alright.
So I'm gonna look it up and see if there's something approximate for that.
Just to be safe, that way we're not only using one light source, I will go ahead and ignite my blade.
Flashlight or glow lamp.
So the light blue light emanates in front of me.
So you guys are stepping in then?
Yeah.
The
As
Gungan
you
is
do
going.
so, the overhead lights will come on.
The
Oh,
Gungan would like to step
that's
in
helpful.
last.
Right?
Wow. I'm actually going to be going in third because, as should be apparent for anyone looking at my rifle, it's a G8 model, which is a fairly long range weapon.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna go with the actual Arborex blaster carbine, but I couldn't find the stats.
Lucas, I'm gonna steel myself because I'm still kind of getting bombarded with that sensation, and use force defense.
All right.
So just put up more mental barriers.
I couldn't find the stats for it. So
Well, if there's no stats for it, then odds are it's just running off standard blaster carbine.
now. All right, I didn't.
Okay.
Log off stats.
So we're venturing into a room made of metal, full of electronics, with a giant ass window on the far end that's looking out into the ocean.
Yeah.
Into the ocean, not above it. Into.
Yep.
Are we talking like deep sea, or are we talking more like on the actual shelf?
You are still on the shelf, but you do see
Okay,
it
good.
dipping down.
Lucas, do
That's
I get a
that's
general
check.
guide as to where the source of this maleficent presence seems to be coming from?
It seems to have tainted the entirety of this area.
Okay.
Are there any consoles of any
Uh,
kind or
there
terminals?
are, and there are also more keypads on the various other doors.
When all of us enter, does the door close behind us?
No.
I'm gonna go ahead and close the door behind us.
All right.
I guess I'm going to go take a look at the terminal. Lucas, is this terminal still close enough to normal terminals for me to be able to figure out how to turn it on? Or
Very
did it just
old,
boot up?
but yes. You
Okay.
would probably see a lot of this stuff on the outer rim.
All right.
Actually, Mandalore still used older terminals, didn't they?
Yeah, they tended to be a bit old-fashioned about that.
So you'd probably be the most familiar with these kind of terminals.
Okay, I'm gonna boot it up and just see what language is staring back at me
Okay.
before
It's
I
work.
before I start messing with shit.
You will see two languages. One that you do not recognize at all, and basic.
Okay, and the basic says
It's going through a whole boot up phase.
okay. So we're running off two separate languages, but it is using Galactic Basic, which is a good sign. Means I can actually interact with this damn thing.
Yep. So as it boots up and starts coming up with prompts and stuff, such as pressurization of the room and the rooms adjacent, you'll notice that all of the other rooms that are adjacent are pressurized. This one is not.
Okay, so this one's breached somewhere, which is probably close to that blast door, actually, or else we'd have the ocean coming in on our heads. All right.
And there are sort of airlock-esque things leading into the other rooms.
Okay, so this room must have locked itself down when it breached and depressurized. Let's see.
And
What kind of
eventually, as it goes all the way through, it will ask for a password.
That's fun. Well, at least give me some information to work with, so I'm not going to mess with this yet, but it's given me enough information to know that we can, in fact, go into the neighboring rooms without having to worry about accidentally opening a door to, deep sea.
If it makes you feel any better, if I had the ability to get a 41 or higher, I could have used Force Light to reduce the sight power by 1 step for the dark side sight.
Mm.
Just saying.
I know. It's just like, yes, force light. Well, that doesn't do what I need. I don't need this. And then we walk into a dark side area. Huh, could have used this. Nah, it's fine.
Oh, I physically still couldn't have used it.
Yeah, I know. It needs an actual target.
Minimum DC for that is too high for me to just
Oh, God.
risk. To
that would
even do damage to a creature, you need to get 15 or roughly that, and then you have to make checks against them.
Yeah, that would do it. Okay.
It's a weapon that can
So,
about it.
Perhaps it's
The
a
only
weapon to
difference
surpass
from
Metal Gear, Irons.
Huh?
so
Perhaps it's a weapon to
good
surpass Metal
news.
Gear.
The adjacent segments are still pressurized. Those are airlocks. And this is the only segment that's been depressurized. So that either happened when we opened the door and it realized that there was nothing on the other side of the door, or there was a breach somewhere. We're clearly not taking on ocean, so it's probably fine for now.
We should be careful.
However, I get to deal with a password, so if one of you guys wishes to try to get through these doors while I do this.
Oh, here's all the fucking beads I need for this shit. God damn it.